So good morning. Our greatest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Well, actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small does not serve the world. Friends, isn't this interesting? We are made in the image and likeness of God. Divine intelligence, divine mind, the life force in all things, and we are more afraid of our light than our darkness. We're more comfortable with being inadequate than being powerful beyond measure. What the heck happened? What's going on? What's going on? And I'm so glad you all came here today, because by coming to Unity Temple on the Plaza and showing up for this series called Ask Yourself This, you want to ask yourself the question that lets you live into the answer. See, if we don't ask ourselves these questions that this book invites us to ask yourself this, we'll never know the answers. If we're not willing to question why we see ourselves the way we see ourselves, and that we're more comfortable not being with our light and being in our darkness, then we never live that life we're born to live. This is our series. It's a book called Ask Yourself This. It's by Wendy Craig Purcell, and I invite you all to get one. It's available downstairs in our bookstore, so we can all be on the same page. And we're in chapter number 2 this Sunday. Last Sunday, we started with the first chapter, which was religion versus spirituality. And we were Duke gave the talk on the religion being a set of rules, and that spirituality is really a way of life. It's the way that we live. It's who we bring to this life. That brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous you. So would you like to tell yourselves the truth about who you are? Yeah, sure. So let's just practice this. It's like it can't just be about me, right? So let's do this together. All right, put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. Close your eyes, because this is about you. You don't have to worry about anybody around you. And repeat after me. I am brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. All right, take a deep breath. So I hope that felt somewhat familiar, a little bit. It's like, yeah, I can relate with that, because that's the truth of who you are, being created in the image and likeness of God. So let's start with our first question in our chapter this morning. Her first question she poses us is, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Now, we might have heard that in younger years as, who do you think you are? And so maybe these ideas of who we've come to know about ourselves may be the sense of playing small. That may be the story that we tell ourselves over and over again. Lily Tomlin said, I always wanted to be somebody, and now I realize I should have been more specific. Maybe we want to realize that we're creating this story of our life. Brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous. That feels really true. It feels really right. But often, so many times, what we've learned about ourselves is that we've got to play small, and the story we tell ourselves doesn't involve brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous. And so when we've learned this and we've played small, what it is to be, as Duke said last week, what it was to be a boy, what it was to be a girl, what it was to, the career that your family chose, the religion your family chose, that it was a lot of this is how you are, rather than who would you like to be? Who do you think you are? Who would you like to be? I went to a seminar once that the leader just had us go around and introduce ourselves in a new way. He said, you know your old story, you know what you've said about yourself forever, but introduce yourself in the way you'd like to see yourself. Hello, I'm Heidi, and I have whatever it was. I think at the time I was saying I'm a really wonderful public speaker. I love ministry. I'm a minister of a wonderful church community. And, well, here I am. But the idea of being able to speak our truth into what we'd like it to be and be able to tell a story that works for us. I was working with a young lady this week, and she had been in a relationship that hadn't been very alive, and really was this place of when she asked herself, who do I think I am? It was a person that stayed in a relationship that was very unhappy for her. And it was for 9 years she'd been in this relationship, and as she started coming to Unity, as she started asking herself the question, who do I think I am? She started to realize that I am more than this person that wants to struggle in this relationship. So she finally let it go through a lot of her needing to love herself and think something different about herself. And then she was very sad. And she was sitting with me because she'd made this agreement to be not brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous for many years. And she was so sad and she was crying. And she said, it's over for me. I'm 45 years old. Everybody else works out relationships so well, and it's over. I'm finished, and it's just not going to happen for me. And she was crying and crying. And she looked up, and I said, you know what? I don't believe that story. You're 45 years old. There are millions of men on this planet. Do you think that there is not one that could be in relationship with you? Is that really what you believe? Well, I don't believe that. I think that's a lie you're telling yourself. Could it be possible that you could think something different about yourself? And she just started laughing. Because usually the story we're telling ourselves is just a lie, and we keep ourselves in this prison. Isn't it interesting to think that you are in a prison and you have the key to unlock the door? But often this key is something that we don't realize we have. And her being able to tell herself, I'm just open to believe that a healthy relationship could be in my life, was a big shift for her. And going from that sense of crying about how life wasn't working into having the thought about how things could work made her have this entirely different view about who she is. Let's get specific about who we want to be. So who do you think you are? Brilliant, talented, fabulous, gorgeous. Socrates, it was Plato, in fact, said to know thyself above all else. Know thyself above all else. So to know yourself is the most important thing that you do on this life journey. The second question she asks is, do you live by one set of rules? As you come to know yourself better, which is the title of the chapter, to get to know yourself better, do you find that you're the same person that you are at church that you are when you're around your family? Do you find that you're the same person when you're around your children that you are when you're around your friends? And the big question is, how do you act when you're in traffic? So who is this person? Who is this person that you're getting to know? Is there one person, or is this sort of a multiple group of people wherever you are?